Hey, how we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's just gonna be a little bit, I think, before we start the key, but you know, is what it is. I think I need to turn the audio gain up. Give me a second here. What is it? That's probably good right there. Yeah, listen to it on here. Oh man. Okay. Oh, might have to turn that up even a little bit more, but we shall see. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to turn the audio gain up. Turn it up to 20. All right, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm liking that better. Okay. We'll see when it catches up on the stream so I can hear it. Okay. All right. And we will go ahead and get some tunes going. Let's see. Okay, there we are. All right, man. Trying to decide what we should do. Probably, you know, we'll do hard Hydra. We'll get that out of the way. Oh, look at that. So to do hard Hydra, I have to do gear swapping, and I'm only going to do it on one Yumiko. She needs to be slower and have higher resistance, so there should be this one, I think, right here, and then we gotta swap. Yeah, let me just check here. 312, and Emic needs to be the fastest on the team, and then it's just gonna be real boring. There we go. 315. Yeah. I don't know if that's enough resistance, so let me take a look. Ooh. Yep, it's more than enough. Okay. Actually, that was the fucking wrong Yumiko. Shit. $260. That should be fine. Should be fine. Alright, let's put it in a good key. Make sure everybody's still good. 247, 266, 329, 303, 326, 299. I kind of feel like I really need to get Gerp Tech a little faster, actually. Let me take a look at Gerpy boy. How we doing, guys? Can I get him faster? I feel like my accuracy with my speed is all used up, maybe. Yep. That should help. There are times where I'm like running into issues. Alright, so unkillable first. She is gonna open up with that. Nope, didn't make it. That's fine. Reset cooldown. And we are off to the races. Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of you. And then it's just doing these same freaking abilities over and over again. Ah, nice, we got her. Now you can put Lydia in Hex set or Curse set, if you will, and that is gonna help this out greatly. Ah, I got him. Nice. Okay. I heard today that they're gonna nerf Madman, and I'm not surprised at all. Oh, well, that's gonna happen. Oh, am I stupid? Did I just fuck the run up? No? Okay. You cannot let Yumiko, any of the Yumikos, or Emic get a fear and then have that resolve and fuck up the rotation. You absolutely cannot do that. It will severely screw the run up. Boom. Magnet. Here we go. Oh. Buckle in for the next hour there, cats and kittens. This is how long this run takes. Which is, you know, fucking messed up because Raid does all these things to make the game faster so you don't have to spend more time in it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then they just do stupid shit like this where they essentially make it mandatory for if you want to compete and with your clan in Hydra, you have to do your keys manually and sit here forever. And God forbid your synced team we'll make it fucked up here. God forbid your synced team goes out of sync because of the Head of Mischief stealing too much turn meter or fear going off, and then you got to reset. You know, it's a fucking bummer, son. There we go. Less I see him, the better. Honestly, I can let this go full auto, but we're not going to do that. Okay. If my Judas, if my Trunda was awakened more, a little bit more empowerment, like 1 or 2 empowerment, we could really be putting up some serious numbers. But, and people say what you will, you know, I'm doing this for the, essentially the good of my clan. We had kind of talked to, about ways that we could try and manipulate the rankings, like sandbagging and stuff, and right now there's just nothing you can really do about it. That's not right. I don't know what happened there, but Grip Tuck went out of sync. guess that's fine. Okay. Huh. Yeah. But yeah. No real way to try and do it. Because I was hoping, like, to get the clan so where it wasn't so detrimental that we could essentially just run auto keys like we did with Hydra a couple months ago and not have to worry about it. And sadly, no way to do that right now and make it easier unless we drop requirements for the clan. Okay. Just keep resisting. Almost feel like I'm making my trend too fast in this setup too. Oop. You son of a bitch. Fucked it up already. Yeah, now I remember what I did for last week. I made an Emic a lot faster than my fastest Yumiko for this exact reason, but it seems like it's fine right now. Half tempted to put crit rate gloves on Lydia, but it's fine. Also, sorry to anybody that's gonna keep seeing the notifications pop up from when I go on stream. For some reason, it just does that. Kill everybody. Oh, big damage. Weak hit on force. Too bad Rule the Huntsman. I mean, too bad he actually doesn't hit as hard as Trunda. Anybody else like? There's a big damage. Anybody else see Nubkex's video and his breakdown? I was watching all the videos at work today about the whole J-Gigs video and all the other content creators agreeing with him, but nothing's going to get done. And then Nubkex kind of comes out of left field and he's like, actually, you know, we're all, I mean, majority of people are wrong in their feelings on this. And I have to agree with Nubkex, you know. I do agree that Raid needs to change its thinking if they want this game to keep going. This game generates money just by itself. There's no reason that it needs to be as predatory as it is, right? It's a fantasy tactics, like, gotta catch them all kind of game. So, right there's where we want to sink. Again. Oh, I guess I can worry about it. Haha, fuck you, landed again. Actually makes me wonder if I shouldn't make Group Tuck slower. Is actually the thing I'm considering. He resistant, of course he resistant. Yeah, what the fuck is with this? There we go. Hey, what's up, tryhards, man? How do I feel about it? Well, honestly, I've made my stance on it known since the beginning. And it is going to become biased because I have the team comp. I'm using it right now. And this is what I'm going to say, because I agree with Raid's assessment from, what was it, last week or the week before, where they said, this comp is fine because, now I want you to look here, 1, 2, 3, 4 Void Legos, right? And 2 of them have to be dupes of, like, honestly, probably one of the most sought after legendaries period in the game. especially Void Legendary, right? And you need to have a Trunda, which is already hard to get, and you need to have a Gerptuck. You need a full Legendary team. 4 of them have to be Void, and 2 of them have to be the same, and they have to be some of the most sought after Legendaries ever. So I agree with Raid saying this team is difficult to build, and they're not looking to change it because of that. And that it's going to essentially fix itself in the long run. And what they're meaning by that is the more people that have this comp, right, or do big damage like Acrisias and Grazzers and stuff like that, and Cardiels, those clans, right, effectively will be recruiting similar people that have similar builds and can put out similar damage. And those clans will get pushed up in the rankings because of player power and because of damage output, right? While the rest of us who don't have all the S tier champions for Hydra and Hydra Clash, we're essentially going to sink down and be amongst people that we can actually compete against. I hope that makes sense. It's essentially what they're hoping to do is the same thing with like essentially regular arena, right? I think is what their thought process was on it. So the Madman nerf, again, they nerfed Cadaver. Nobody should have been surprised when the Madman nerf came out because it's a rare and it's too easily accessible, and it really does affect their bottom line more than, because you're not going to be buying ancient shards or whatever to get a Madman, right? But you are going to buy void shards to get Yumikos. You are going to do those things. So that's essentially where they're coming from. And do I agree with it? I think, again, I watch other content creators a lot. Scratch said it best. A game that keeps nerfing champions in their game that are, Raid's big draw is like these really cool, powerful champions, right? It's a fantasy strategy RPG. And once you start nerfing those champions, you're doing one really big thing and you're bumming your own player base out, because when they get that champion, like, oh, dude, look, I got a Mashald or I got a Yumiko, right? But, I mean, nerfing things is, in my opinion, and I've been playing games for, I mean, look at me, I look like a fucking man-child. I've been playing games for a very, very long time. And like Magic the Gathering, if you guys have seen some of the other videos I've done or talk to me in Discord, I talk a lot about Magic sometimes because I've played that game since I was a kid. My brother taught me how to play Magic, and I know it sounds like I'm going off on a tangent here, so just hang out with me, right? Magic never used to nerf cards, period. Cards never got nerfed. That only came around because of Magic Arena, and then they get nerfed on Arena, but in real life they stay the same. But banning stuff, this is in the same vein. Banning things got more prevalent when Magic started doing more stuff with Arena, because they didn't rely on what's called the Future League as much, right? They let a lot of powerful cards start slipping through, and then all of a sudden they start banning everything. Well, it's not a healthy environment when you have to just keep banning and banning and banning powerful cards. And that's in the same line as this. You shouldn't be nerfing powerful champions. That's not a good game state that you want to be in, right? That's just my thing on it. So to make a long answer extremely short, I agree with Plarium's initial assessment of they are not going to touch this composition that I'm running here, because it is actually very difficult to put together because of so many moving pieces that you need to make it. I don't even have the good version of this team either. I don't have Shunzu or whatever her name is. I'm using an Emic right now to essentially cheat the Devour mechanic. And I think I'm pretty fucking clever. And you know what? You're right. And that's actually what I wanted to touch on earlier, Dr. Later Titty. I love your name, dude. You're 100% right on that. Nubkek said this today when he did his video, and he said, and this was from another content creator who I forget their name, so God forbid they ever see my shitty videos and, they're like, hey, you didn't comment. But Raid says that these buffs like to Angar and to Fortis will be coming January, right? Not this next month, but the month after. If you already have, like, if you already know what you're going to do to the champions and you have the means to do it, why are you waiting? Do it now. You know, it's like that Shia LaBeouf meme. It's like, you know, do it now. Don't wait. Don't let tomorrow, whatever, be tomorrow. I fucking, hold up. Now we gotta pull it up. Well, yeah. I don't know. I think, honestly, nobody would have a problem with the changes if, honestly, the changes wouldn't, like, people wouldn't be calling for changes if this wasn't player versus player, essentially. They turned Hydra, which was a clan essential sport, and made it clan, you know, player versus player instead of PvE. Yeah, don't let your dreams do. We're gonna look it up right now. Okay, hold up. Let me fucking find it here. Pause the music. Just fucking Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. Speech. Okay. I can't spell speech because I'm fucking stupid.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Just fucking do it.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
I think this is a good minute of our time.
Get to the point
honestly.
where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna do this. Boom.
Do it!
Just do it.
Just do it!
Ugh.
Yes, you can! Just do it!
Look how healthy he looks in this too. Like, if you guys seen what he looks like now, it's not great. Poor Shia is like Shia sad. It is classic. That is some classic shit. But yeah, let me fucking get us back to our regularly scheduled program. But yeah. Oh, poor Shia, man. Method acting makes you go crazy, I think. Landed a hex. We're the best. We are the best. Oh, we gotta get the music playing again. Let me go back up to the beginning. By the way, if you do not want to see ads on YouTube, I highly... Dude, right? Even Stevens. That was the first time I ever saw Shia. Shia surprise, baby. Nice. Honestly, one of the few non-voids I actually kind of want. And really for no reason. I don't think he can do anything for my account at this point. That's another contention I have with Plarium. You know, they come out with these great champs that do like HP burn explosion, and they bring out poison explosion, and they can solo dungeons, and they're really cool looking Cenobite motherfuckers, and then nothing. You can't do anything with them with these new hard dungeons, really. You can't do anything. I mean, they can get you through Doom Tower, but if you have the Seer with the double reset comp, you don't need them, you know? So, kind of a bummer there. Dude, yeah, Even Stevens. Speaking of Even Stevens, man, that was my first time seeing Shia LaBeouf. Oh, he got this fucking poison cloud off. It's bumming me out. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to hanging out. How we all doing? You guys have your adult beverages. I am drinking a Michelob Ultra. Had a long day at work, so sorry for the 3-second sad video, by the way. I saw some people were downvoting it. Probably because I didn't put the promo code in like the video itself. I put it in the description and told you what it was and said look in the description. So sorry to everybody. Okay, we need a big hit here. Man. Yeah, this is where everything just kind of gets sad. Yeah, so I'm just pirating this again. It's just you shouldn't be nerfing champions, especially in this game, right? Unless it's like wholly oppressive in arena, which if we're going to talk about that, Marichka and Taras need to be fucking nerfed, right? Before anything. That's the thing too, and I think Plarium understands that no matter what they do, people are going to be upset. There's no good way about it. I think doing nothing was probably the smartest move. So, but the Madman nerf, what did they do? I heard they were nerfing him, but I don't know what they're like doing to him. Have at ye. Another little pointer too. Have Trunda target the heads that have the lowest defense, and that is going to be the Head of Wrath, Head of Terror, and I think the Head of Mischief are the three that have the lowest defense. Which, here's the thing, I mean, it's almost like it's self-sabotage. They can protect the cash cow and do good by the players. It's not a hard thing to do, you know. They fixed his A1, is that what it is, Robert? Big old fucking air quotes if you ain't looking. That's like having somebody come over to your house and like fix the cable and there's nothing wrong with it and they just made it shittier, like they're stealing your cable, you know. This again. Man, we are getting tanked on this. What was Nub's more important point about it? I probably heard it, I just forgot. I'd like to collab with him sometime, that'd be pretty cool. I keep kind of trolling him too. If they can fix Madman's A1, they can definitely fix Trunda. Well, remember, buddy, right? Trunda's A1 is not broken. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. Or her A1, her A2. Working as intended. Fusion inflation? Yeah. I haven't gone for a fusion in months, by the way. I stopped going... Fuck. Can somebody pull up the fusion calendar for this last year, like all of them that we've done? And I can tell you who because I can tell you I didn't go for Laraka, I didn't go for Razelvarg. I honestly think the last one I went for was Ganut. Now that I'm thinking about it. Ganut and Emic. Actually, Emic was the last one. Those are, I think, the only two I did this year. Oh. Yeah, they know how to prey on the fear of FOMO. I've been watching the documentaries from Mudahar and those guys about the gambling websites and how they're sponsoring Twitch streamers and how they're preying on people with like a legit mental illness on like they have to gamble. You know what I mean? They have that fucking super lizard brain. And honestly, Raid's doing the same thing. And that's why when I make my videos on shard pulling, I always put my disclaimer in the beginning. Or try to. Remember. Nice. Second Ganut. It's better than a woman. You're right, but I think they made so much money, and at this point, their expectations are high. Don't want to sell for anything less than crazy profit margins. That's what kills me too, right? I live in America, and I just can't fathom, like, you guys are making so much money. You're still in the green. Why do you have to keep, like, why does everything have to go to, like, the super moon? You know what I mean? Especially when it's at the expense of the player base. Keep the cows fed. Keep them around, right? Fuck, I'll put on some horns if that makes them feel better, you know? But, yeah, it's super bummer is what I'm thinking. Also, I gotta start getting a hold of people about account takeovers for this weekend. Sunday night when I get off work, I can do 1 or 2 account takeovers. Everybody that's on the account takeover list right now, by the way, I will still be doing yours for free, but I am highly considering making it Probably a very cheap pay thing though. Somebody wants an account takeover after the people that are already on the list. So what game was that, Tryhard? I'm super curious, brother. Oh, we're not having very good damage output, but I think it's because we keep going out of sync. Boy, I've never heard of that game. Tiny Dev Studio. Could you imagine people that were to make a gacha game and actually had like passion for it? That'd be fucking bananas. And it could even, honestly, it could be pixel art, because I'm actually really starting to get fond of pixel art. It could honestly be pixel art, and I'd be very impressed, and I'd probably get into it. But tis what it is. Alright, now we're gonna start playing the ass whooping on, well, was hoping him, but same. I've honestly been playing since then too. Right after the game came out of beta is when I got into it. I missed that Christmas fusion. I was kind of bummed out. Which, if you look back on that Christmas fusion, it's bonkers. That's what happens. That's what happens. Which, you know, and that's another thing too. I work in healthcare, and I've been working in healthcare for a long time, like over a decade, in the same position. I can tell you right now that I mean, we're a nonprofit who I fucking work for, but it's the same thing. You have administrators making decisions that have no idea what they're fucking doing. What kills me, and what you'll find almost everywhere, if somebody goes to get into a position of power in a business, if it is found out that they have no prior experience in that position, the grunts, i.e. me, you and I, will have no respect for them and not trust the decisions that they make, because more often than not, it's found out that those decisions they're trying to make are ass backwards and don't make any sense, and actually end up being a detriment to the company. This is probably going to be one of our lower keys, but I'm sorry guys, I am not redoing it. We're getting a lot of weak hits too, it's not helping. Yeah, which is crazy for a non-profit too. I work for a non-profit hospital, and you'd be surprised how often profit gets brought up. There's actually been, there's protests where I live with the nurses. So, yeah. There were nurses at the competing hospital, and they went and protested because their administrators are making super greedy decisions, and they're not being able to fill positions for the nursing, for all healthcare staff. And it has now gotten to the point to where it is a detriment to patients. It is actually patient safety. People can and will die. Just making sure we still have unkillable. We didn't go that out of sync. But yeah. I'm really heavily considering getting out of my field next year when my contract's up and maybe doing something else. I'd rather work with dogs. Animals are more pleasant than people. 99% of the time. Always try to put the hexes on the heads that don't have hexes so you can spread that damage around. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Tryhard, man. Really appreciate you coming on and hanging out, man. Good night. Oh, we are just over twice the damage per turn limit, which I like to see. Yeah, I think I need to slow Trunda down, actually. Get her around 220 speed. And that way her big damage, and I need to slow, I think, Grip Tuck down. So his block buffs is always up. Hey, there it is. Or keep Grip Tuck the same speed, essentially. There we go. Like seeing that damage. There, now I shouldn't get those notifications. Welcome, welcome everybody. This rotation's also not great for the Trunda builds either, because of the Force Affinity heads. Think we'll get it back around to it, maybe? Yep, we did. Okay. This is the tankiest head in the entire thing. It is a bummer and a half. We're doing hard. I don't have the stats to do brutal right now. I don't have enough empowerment on my champions, and I don't have enough awakening levels. So I spent on the game a pretty penny, but not that pretty of a penny. You know what I'm saying? This is what slows us down right here, is when he gets this shit up. Making me wonder if this just does more damage. Nope, did not. Yeah, I was lucky enough to, like, for Nightmare, I finally got an Acrizia, which was totally unexpected. I was very blessed for, happy, I guess, that the slot machine, you know, went crazy for me. But so my Nightmare team is actually Gnut, Mithrala, Acrizia, who else is it? Hugo, Chris, and I think it's Nekmothar. Yeah. And I'm able to put like, I think the highest I ever did was like 176 million on Nightmare. So that was pretty cool. And I got that new undead like Egyptian lizard man guy that essentially is Ugo but worse, and he's void. He's the only void epic in the undead, and he is not great, man. Like, people reviewing him are like loving him, but Ugo brings so much more to the table just because she brings decreased defense. If he was actually given decreased defense, I would argue he would be, I mean, obviously he's going to be superior to, you know, Ugo, but he's just not that great. So I was actually going to do a video on him. I just kept looking at him. I'm like, ugh, you know. Let me get a big slam here. Hoping to do that. Keep wanting to call him Baryonyx, but he's not a dinosaur. I can't remember. It's like Oronix or something. Like, whoever is working for Plarium, I mean, obviously they're all big nerds. You can catch the references to like pulp, you know, not pulp fiction, but pop culture everywhere. Oh, here's about to be the saddest fucking boom. Oh. Oh, that's a shitter. Okay, now we have to cleanse. So Gerp Tuck should be going first. Yep, and it is my, there we go. And that's why Gerp Tuck is really amazing in this, to be completely fair. Probably could push out like a couple million more damage if the other Yumiko actually had masteries, but she doesn't need them. Come on, big damage. Big damage. There we go. Get that loser out of here. Okay. This should be the big hit. She's got a True Fear on her, so let's take that off of her. Bingo. That weak hit is the only reason this head did not get decapitated. I'm actually happy that Raid is like being really shitty right now, because it's actually allowing me to play my other gacha game that I'm totally free to play for more, and that's Summoner's War, which is essentially the grandfather to Raid Shadow Legends. So, and it's so crazy like how good they are to the player base over at Summoner's War. It is fucking bonkers. It's actually a good song. Like, to give you an example, they did this big update, and to like be like, hey, here you go, players, welcome back, like trying to get people to come back and stuff after this big update they did. They gave the equivalent of 150 ancient shards and I think like one sacred shard. But the sacred shards there, the one they gave is like a mix between a void and a sacred shard. Yeah. So I mean, it's fucking crazy. And here's the thing. They've done that multiple times in the last couple months. And they still rake in the dough. Like so much fucking money. It's just, I don't know. Dislight too, if Dislight's still going strong. I really like Dislight. I like anything that's got like those old gods kind of deal. They treated the player base very well. The thing I didn't like about Dislight is they are owned, it's not Tencent. It's one of the Chinese companies that bows to the CCP. You cannot like type Team and Square anything in their chat box. Like you get like bleeded out, you know, like old school World of Warcraft swearing style. And then if you keep doing it, they let you know that they're they will ban you. So stop trying to steal my shit. Oh, well, I hate to tell you guys, but this has been a very dreary, very dreary damage output. Sadly, I don't think I've got it in me to do another key tonight or try to restart this. There we go. Big damage. Love it. Now we're going to start hammering home on this guy. Come on. What's that, bud? Where is damage supposed to... Where's it supposed to be at? Usually... We'll see at the end, but generally, I feel like I'd be a lot higher right now at turn count 209. My rule of thumb for this setup, this is essentially what I call the poor man setup. I want to be over double of the turn count for damage. So 209, we're at 436, so we're just above being double. But I think the most I've ever done on a hard was like for 700 million, and that put us at like, what, 1.4 billion damage. There we go. Actually, I think the Head of Terror actually has the least amount of defense. Now we're starting to hit our mark here. Getting some luck. Fine. Yeah, landed on him. Oh, yeah, we're really low. I think we will definitely break 5.5, so it'll put us over 1 bill. But yeah, this has just not been kind to us. Yeah, right there we got out of sync. Still, good key. Not a lot of people get to this damage on hard. So, I mean, I guess we'll take it. Magic. Ah, no weak hit on that, boy. That was nice. Decreased defense, got resisted there. No true fear. Okay, nobody got true fear. I was actually just happy to bring Gerptuck back out of the vault for this. When he was put into the game, people were very upset because he was shit. They're like, this guy does nothing. And then with Arena, if you made him fast, and this was before Stone Skin or anything, immunity was a thing, but not a lot of people had immunity on their champions. You could make Gerptuck your fastest, and he would come in, or have him second fastest to Arbiter, because it was just a speed meta back then. It was just only a speed meta back then, is actually what I should say. Gerptuck could come in and put block buffs up, screw your whole team over, and then you could just wipe, and then you get the damage buff from the poisons. There was a time when those poisons that he had, those weren't big poison, or those weren't baby poisons, those were big poisons. Yeah, Spider as well. Spider 20, you could one-shot Spider 20 with him and Septimus and like Bad Alcazar and stuff. I can't remember the exact comp. But yep, that was it, man. I often wonder if anybody's like done or should do a history of Raid Shadow Legends and just go over all the controversies that were in the game. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of a cool video to do. But where would you start? Oh. Actually, we might hit 600. I'm hoping to hit 600 million here. Alright, trying to big damage. Big damage. Trying to big damage. Right there. Oh boy, look at that. You love to see it. Put a little hex on him. Yeah, this is gonna be the only key I do tonight. Only thing I do tonight, and I'm heading to bed. So got a 10-hour workday tomorrow. I just got done working 3 13s? 2 13s? I keep looking over at my door because my wife sleepwalks, so I'm just waiting for her to bust in here. Oh, this is shitty. Well, you have the lowest defense. Oh, alright. No weak hit there. Imagine the damage you would put up if they didn't have this, that buff. The decapitated head buff. Or the respawn buff. That would be crazy. And if you guys know anybody that like does graphic art stuff, I need to reach out and get a new logo, and like a personalized logo, one that I didn't get off a free site, you know. Oh, okay. I think I'd have pieced it together later on. Thanks for coming in and supporting, man. I appreciate it. Honestly, just like people hanging out and talking, you know. Just a good time. Makes doing this more bearable, you know. Come on. Oh yeah, look at that damage. There we go. Big damage. I've used it in the past just for like fun stuff, like, you know, what would Valhalla look like, and, you know, noir style kind of thing. I'll have to take a look at it and see if I can't make like a legit logo, because I was using AI Playground for a long time. I'd also like to like pay a graphic design person to like do good work, and you know, instead of going to the AI overlords already. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is actually one of my own design. I can say that with a certainty. I have not seen anybody use Emic in this composition, because, well, the reason I'm using it because I don't have Chunzu, like I said earlier, but there we go. But I like that, as Plarium said, taunt is working as intended. That it sounds like that was their reason for putting taunt into the game, was so you could essentially get around the devour mechanic in Hydra. So yep, exactly. That's why, like, when everybody was getting really upset over the cadaver teams and stuff, like in SAF was being such a little petty motherfucker, calling people, you know, dirty cadaver users. What was funny was we were featured in his video because we were going up against him in Hydra, and a couple of us had the cadaver teams, and we had already used our keys, and he showed one of our clanmates in it. And that was my point of contention too. I was like, listen, you have to use what you have. This game doesn't, like, it's not kind to you, so you need to take every advantage you can get. Sad but true, you know. I mean, but that's also life. You gotta take every advantage you can get. I mean, to a, you know, a moral standpoint, honestly, but yeah. Yeah. I think if you just use two, if you end up you just use two reset champions, prefer if you have the Yumiko's, or buff extenders. Well, you can't extend taunt. Huh. There's got to be another way around it. But yeah. Yeah, my thing was, the reason I built it was because I had a second Yumiko that the only thing that she was doing was she was making my faction wars clear, like, super fast, because she would reset my Harima and Karuto Fox Hunter, so it would just boom, 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 you get right through it. And Lanicus, I'd been meaning to finish Lanicus for a long time, so I said, fuck it, I had the team comp, why not use it? This is where we fall off. Yeah, well, damn. But, I mean, yeah, it's a bummer I have a cadaver just chilling. But all I did was put rare books into him and some energy. The gear that's on him is okay gear I can put on somebody, you know? Oof. Yep, here we go. I just saw your name again, Dr. McLickertitty, and it just makes me fucking laugh every time. Right? Yeah, they worked for it, right? No, I agree with you. It's just, yeah. It's like you know, it's always like the raid ad that you can buy after you've leveled up so much. Like, you earned it. Yeah, I earned it, all right. I earned it so much I gotta pay you for it. We might hit 700 mil if we get lucky here. Okay. You can have that. Oh, I'm thinking we're gonna get over. There we go. We're 700. All right, big damage. Oh yeah, there it is. That I've only ever seen the Reaper kill one Hydra head to finish it off once. There's so many damage reduction abilities going on in Hydra that the Reaper doesn't kill them. Not at my level of awakening anyways. Okay, these two just died and then they just respawned. Fuck them. And they came back as the same heads. Shitty luck. Please tell me Gerp Tech comes back around. Thank God. I did not want to deal with that again. I was actually regretting fusing Emic Trunkheart, like going for the fusion, and now I don't feel bad at all anymore because of it allowing me to do this. Alright, trying to big hit. Fuck. Alright, well, we'll do that. There we go. Now if we can get back around to this in time, and we can set up a big thing of damage. Alright, there we go. Yep, come on. Come on. Nice. Boom. Alright, We might just get over 700 million. Yeah, we just might. I'm being optimistic here. Don't you ever fuck me, Eric. Don't you ever fuck me. You have the lowest defense. Okay. Uh-oh. We're out of sync. That's not good. Yeah, that last turn meter still fucked us. Well, well, well. How are the turntables? Yeah. So the last time I ran this, I made Yumiko 20 speeds slower than Emic. And that did help out a lot because every time the turn meter got pushed back, that we didn't have a fuck up like that. So that is a bit of a bummer. But oh, fuck yeah, we gotta do this now. Yeah, this might be the end of the run, but still 1.4 bill. I'll take it. You never want the Yumiko going faster than the Emic. That's the problem. Well, that worked out. Yeah. Yeah, that was going to be my luck. I knew it. He's going to put Ally Protect out and Reflect damage. Reflect damage we don't care about, but the Ally Protect really puts us in the sad zone. Yeah. We'll go until the turn meter's up, but this is essentially the end of the run. We're too far out of sync, and we're not able to line the or essentially thread the needle appropriately here. Motherfucker. There we go. Oh, we can start getting some real damage in. We'll be over here in just like maybe 10 minutes. There we go. Given that's out of sync. Yep. Unkillable just fell off. Well, well, well. How are the turntables? This is a kind of a bummer of a song. It's like this lady's just singing about a book. Okay, we can get one last big fucking smack in here. You see, let me look at my RSL helper defense. Mischief has 2,021.50, so Mischief has the lowest. Oof. Head of Decay is tied, so we want Head of Wrath at 3. So hopefully we can get, yep, one more. Nice. Okay, maybe one more. Nope. These two heads are tied for highest defense, so we'll hit the one that isn't gonna. Oh. Yeah, it's already over. That's okay. Well, boys. It was fun while it lasted. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna be at work all day tomorrow. Garp Talk, no. Great value, Gul'dan. We're obviously keeping this. I will be on Sunday night. I'm gonna be with my family on Saturday night, and I'll be working during the day. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. Love you guys.